All right, 3 spots here. Blue line angle, slide in for that quick little power play look. Second one starting on your feet on the opposite side, down in. Last one starting on your feet, down to reverse, across, and then back for the tight stuff.
My name is Josh Robinson. I'm the goaltending coach and video coach here with the Kansas City Mavericks.
As long as the puck stays inside the trapezoid or inside my gloves, the puck is live.
Yeah, I had a great 2.5 years here. I kind of came in my first year right around February, finished that season. My second season, we had a ton of success. That was the year we won the Brabham Cup and unfortunately lost to Allen in the second round, but we had a great regular season, both personally and team-wise, and had a lot of great players on that team. And my third year, I had another good year. I had a great goaltending partner in Ville Husso, who's now done well for himself. And I look back and there's a lot of great players, fans, the staff, just everyone that really made this place feel like home when I was here, and met my wife here. And there's a lot of ties that kind of brought us back here. Now 5 years later. Yeah, I worked with Coach Tad O'Had in Florida for 3 seasons, and we always stayed in touch, just like he has with all the players that he had a great relationship as the assistant coach there. And the ties of playing here, having my wife from the area, us knowing it here, working with Tad. We actually had Riley as a player for half of a season when we traded for him down there. So just all the ties that come back here and the chance to work with the Calgary Flames organization. I knew Jordan Sigalet quite a bit before this. Thomas Spear and I, who's the development goalie coach in Stockton, have actually gone way back when I was playing here. We've known each other. It really just kind of all the little boxes and things that you look for in an organization and a place to work all clicked. And it really, for me, besides the team fact, was kind of that close relationship with Calgary and getting to work with those guys and developing their goalies and really trying to get my foot in the door to advance, whether it's with their organization or another organization in the future, and kind of learn more from them and learn what it takes to move to the next level as a coach now. Yeah, no, they're all great to work with. And the number one thing when you first get a new guy, and we've had a handful of guys here this year, you got to get to know them early and get to know how they work, what they like, what they don't like. Start developing that relationship off the ice that will then lead to, now we're in full gear and we know all the little intricacies of what we want to do and how we work. And we just kind of get out there and get to work now and learning their game. And once we kind of start that development process of the relationship, now we start talking about their game and how they play situations and how I see it, and we start making changes. And the best thing is when you build that trust and then it starts working on the ice, that's when the relationship really kind of gets another level, and we really get into the deep stuff on the ice and how their game works. And they're all different, but the best part is there's a lot of core principles that we all work with, but then we tailor it to what does Chech need, what does Greeny need. They play different, but there's also a lot of similarities that we're working with on the ice. And then from there, we're really just kind of working on patterns and how the game develops. And we kind of have that all broken down into certain situations. And once we know how they want to play it and what's going to bring us success, we just keep working through those patterns and make sure they're ready to get out there in a game and read it and play the game well.
That's in. Puck's down here. We do have that on video. I don't think it gives us a good angle, but we'll call it a goal anyways.
We look at, I guess I look at from a goaltending pre-scout standpoint, I look at every goal that goaltender has given up this season. Early in the year, I'll go back to last season just because we don't have the video yet. But now we're 61 games into the year. There's a lot of footage on most of these guys. So we look at what trends and kind of going back to those patterns and situations is I create a pre-scout video that breaks down each of those situations for our players. So they know going in on plays from the slot line plays, which is kind of crossing the middle of the ice, deflections, screens, rebounds, broken plays, all these different situations that they're going to see and create in a game. They kind of have watched and have an idea of how that goaltender is going to play. And then we kind of piggyback that video with a pre-scout sheet in the locker room that's posted on the board, and they can read that quick and just gives the bullet points of what they're going to see in the video. What does his hands do? Where am I shooting from the slot? How does he play certain situations? And all that information, some of the guys will read it all, some of them will read just a little bit. I'll touch on it just really quickly in the pregame meeting. Basically, just give them a variety of different modalities to look at and feel. And when they're on the ice, they have a good feel of, how am I going to beat this goalie? Where am I going to go? If I get a clear look, the pre-scout said go high glove. So that's going to be the first look. And if that's not there for them, then, they have the ability to go score goals. Because that's the biggest thing I tell them is I've never scored a goal. Unfortunately, as much as I would like to as a goaltender, I haven't. But I know from, working with goaltenders, being a goaltender and, working with our guys, this might work in this situation. Now they just have to go out there and do it.
They don't have to skate. If they get 1, they have to go all the way down. If they get 0, they have to go all the way down, all the way back. So make sure they get their conditioning in here. Oh yeah, 1. Yes. And that's out. All the way down. Good save. Oh, big save. Yeah. Good job, Chech. Good job. That's awesome. It's on video too. It's even better. You got to make sure he puts that one on the video. No, that's on there for sure. Perfect angle.
One of the things that a couple fans have actually asked me is, where am I during games? A lot of times goalie coaches in the past, or when the Calgary Flames, guys come, they're up in the press box, but I'm actually back in the coaching room here. And what we have is the feed of the game coming down through a couple wires in the ceiling and, working its way down there. And that actually comes out onto my desk. And we run a video software called Stiva here. And what we do in game is I live tag all the events of the game. So usually, it's about 150 to 200 individual clips per period. Roughly, some of those are face-offs, which we'll actually look at quite a bit, but of a actual gameplay is probably about 125 to 150 events that happen. And that's chances for and against, goals for and against, shots, hits, breakouts, neutral zone play, forechecks, D-zone coverage, but basically every little, situation that we're looking for as coaches and that we can go then, show the players between periods or, after the game in our breakdown. I clip that with, each one has a key and we look at it. Between periods, we only have about 8 minutes because it's about an 18-minute clock and we go in for our meeting at 10 minutes on the clock. So we have to be quick. And that's the nice thing when we tag it during the period, they come in and say, hey, can we look at the breakouts? And say there's 15 breakouts, so we can roll through those really quick in a minute or two. Then we look at the offensive zone, in zone power play. We look at that really quick and say, hey, all right, we need to make A, B, and C adjustments. We go talk to the team. Maybe they have a couple questions. A guy pops in to take a look at something really quick. Coaches go back out. I reset up for the next period. And then after the game, we kind of go through our big report, and I spit out a sheet that kind of summarizes the chances for and against, so we can kind of look at that from a more analytical standpoint. And then, kind of the pre-scout and prep for the next game starts right there. Whether we play the same opponent again, or if we play, a different opponent a couple of days later, the whole process just kind of keeps going in circles. But the biggest thing is having that ability to do it in game saves a lot of time, of a post game that would, eat up time preparing for the next game.
Thank you guys. Great day. Awesome. Good job, boys. Yep, that's it, boys. Thank you.